Right, so welcome to the channel. My name's Claire. This channel is about empowering you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine. And yeah, like I said, whatever's going on in your twin flame journey, if you're not a twin flame, there's every likeliness that you found this for a reason and that something could help you. But I'm just letting you know off the bat, I am a twin flame healer. So and not everybody is a twin flame, but I can help people with their love life, you see. And like, yeah, I'm a healer, so it's just been the way for like the past 10 years that the only people that actually go ahead and actually are, the only people that are interested in working with me, like paid sessions anyway, is their twin flames. But like I've been saying for months now, I have been like, my guides have been sort of talking to me about the fact that and just God, that I would be attracted more people that are not on the twin flame path that just need a bit of help. And I definitely have had a lot of signs and synchronicities and just people coming forward that aren't a twin flame. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so like I said, I might try and accommodate that at some point where, but that's really, if you're new around here, I do mediumship Mondays, and that's when more messages that are more general can come out. But to be honest, you always do end up being for twin flames, because like I said, I can't help the fact I am a twin flame healer. Yeah, look, romance, like I'm that's what I help people with. So right, I've had a lot of downloads today. I've had a lot of crazy things, so this is definitely gonna have something to do with it. So like I'm basically like, there was I was overdue like getting checks around the house. So like, when people have to come and check the electrics and the plumbing and all of that. And of course it's like, it always seems to happen all at once. So it's quite funny that um I'd arranged for like the electrician to come today and I completely forgot, right? So, and of course, like, because this always means something, right? So, and what's quite funny as well is Mars conjunct Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is electricity. So, but, and it's like, shock surprises. So it's just quite funny that it's like, yeah, completely forgot. So when the door went, I was like, that's all right, it's supposed to say anyway. I told this story on another video I've done, but because of the amount of basically crazy synchronicities, um, that's what I kind of felt they were going to do. Is something like that. I'll put that video on the membership. Um, Again, it's not that juicy that I couldn't put in public, but I feel just because it's like real thing. Because again, I always keep things anonymous and all of that, but there was just a lot of synchronicity and so but but I can say that much, right? And then what I'm laughing about is I've actually got a plumber coming tomorrow, so I've set 2 alarms. I've set one for tonight and tomorrow, basically reminding me so I don't forget. Because it's not that big a deal. But what was funny was, because I was so tired from looking after my nieces, I'd left my dressing gown in the living room, which I would normally just grab, when the door goes suddenly, because I've got a buzzer. So normally I've got some kind of warning, to get the bra on or to put my dressing gown on. And last night when I was leaving the living room, I did have this feeling that, I need to put my dressing gown beside the door, or I need to put my dressing gown like just in my room where it normally is. But I was just tired. I thought, fuck, I just left it. And that's why, because not only was I going to be surprised by something at the door that I forgot about, but it was the fact that it was like I basically had no time to gather myself together. So I'm telling you all of this because I really do feel, and when I say I really do feel, that means it's a really strong message that's going to resonate with someone. Something's about to take you by surprise or shock you, with the nature of it being an electrician, but also the fact of, like I said, I didn't even get a warning with the buzzer. Like, so again, somebody must have let him in. The timing. So even that, the timing of that, do you know what I mean? It's quite funny that it's like something's really going to land on your doorstep. And the thing that's quite interesting is, I watched Look Who's Talking last night, so I put that in the comments of yesterday's video, and that song ends up let my love open the door, right? So something about the door, and then also it's Walking on Sunshine, and that's like, I used to think maybe you love me, now baby I'm sure. So it's one of my favourite songs actually. So again, all this kind of vibe of, well, let my love open the door. There's going to be love at the door. So, but basically, yeah, so again, with me talking about it again, with the one that I'm definitely putting out now, again, like I said, I haven't watched that other one. I've watched like 20 minutes of it, and I will put it out at some point, but I just feel, and although I more just feel because it's like I've mentioned that there is, like I've just mentioned a few, I didn't go into like loads and loads of detail, but I just kind of think like, yeah, maybe just a bit later, I'll put that out, but anyway, so might be a similar kind of vibe of what I'm going to pick up on here, and it's just the fact of it, because basically what with conversations that I've had with the guy that was here today, and like I said, this is what I'm saying. I know what's going to happen here already. Watch this, maybe not. If I end up chatting away to this guy and I talk about astrology or something like, or some kind of deep chat or something mystical anyway, they just put me the word magical when I said that, then I do feel there is a greater thing about men awakening, just having an interest in this. Because I've said that all the time, there are like way more guys that are into all this kind of psychic stuff and all of that, and awakened. There's a lot more awakened men than what it might seem, which we know that because I know a lot of you do tune in. But it's just, yeah, it's really quite refreshing to see that. But I'm just laughing. I'm like, if this plumber comes tomorrow and he's not into this chat at all, because I'll feel it out. I'll be like, all right, whatever. Because again, the only reason why I've went into blethering about all of that was more because I was just still, I was taken aback. I was still kind of, I was like, oh my God, and I was all flustered. And yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned that bit yet, but because I put my fake tan on last night, it was only when I was like, flustered, kind of ran into my room if I could just make sure that I'm, presentable, as I needed to put on the bra. It's yeah, I was like, shit, I've got my fake tan on. So yeah, totally hilarious. And anyway, he was just laughing because workmen have seen it all, haven't you? So, and I'm not bothered either, to be honest. That's what I was just having a bit of banter about. I really couldn't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so what? It's just I wouldn't be that laid back that I'd be answering the door, without a bra. And I mean, that's just like, because when you're cutting about in your jammies, that's no for others to see. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's anyway. Um, like what I'm saying is like, yeah, tomorrow, like when the plumber comes. No, I will. I'll be dressed and everything when the plumber comes because he's coming at lunchtime, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? This was the morning. Wasn't that early though? Wasn't that early? It was about 11:30. But when I can't sleep, like, you know what I mean? I had good intentions to get up early. It just didn't happen. But anyway, the whole point of this as well is it's Mercury retrograde. Pre-shadow starts today. So Mercury retrograde's on the 4th of August, but this is when the things like you're forgetting about an appointment, or mix-ups in communications, misunderstandings, just a whole crazy wild ride starts. So yeah, just be aware of that. But anyway, so I'm gonna read. I might get my other phone actually to look at my. Well, I'm gonna need to do my read. But what I have been picking up on is I feel there's a divine masculine energy that is wants to come forward, um, and I feel this is one. So again, this is either going to be you. This is going to be your masculine, or it's not yours at all. Right? This is for people that don't know if you're new. But I feel this is a masculine that has been working on themselves, right? And whoever you knew them to be before, however many years ago that was, or not so long ago, they've been working on themselves. And like, I feel there's quite like, this feels like quite a desperate energy to speak to you, actually, to speak to you and see you. It's like, it feels like somebody really, really wants to talk to you now, but they're afraid that you are going to reject them. So that's, we'll see if the cards back it up, but that's the kind of feeling that I'm getting. And it's like, it's that kind of feeling that I feel this person is like, just, I feel this person's like praying for you to reach out to them so that they don't need to face rejection, which isn't that unusual, that's daily. And especially it's not that unusual if this person has previous rejected you, which I do feel is the case, because I do feel that this is somebody that like really misses you, they want to talk to you, they know that they've hurt you in the past. And this feels like a man that's had an awakening about like I done all of that. I sabotaged all of this because of my own insecurities, basically, and like because of my own fear about love, yeah, about real love. So, and I feel like I want to shuffle these. So these have got yes, no cards in them, and one that's a particularly twin flamey one. What's that? So yeah, forgiveness. Wow, okay, so yeah, this is the one. Like I said, the other one isn't that juicy too. It's just because I'm like, although I keep it anonymous, I'm like, I'll just decide when I watch it through. So, but that's what I can put on the membership. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's me and Nathan can see it, but nobody else. So thank you, Nathan. Nathan is the first one to join the membership and the only one right now because I haven't worked on promoting it. But yeah, look, wait in reverse. This person does not want to wait. They want your forgiveness. They want to talk to you. So I'll shuffle the cards that I've got. The cards that will, you know, back that up. Someone wants your forgiveness and they're tired of waiting. So again, it feels like somebody's really been clearing, healing their energy. And they're just like feeling like it's time to talk. And you see, that's Mercury retrograde can do that. It's like Mercury retrograde isn't great. And we're not in it again until the 4th of July. But sorry, well, see, look, now that's not a coincidence that they're having banter that I've made a mistake. Like, I've made, look, all these things matter. 4th of July might be significant. Somebody's made a mistake. Yeah, it's just basically people could be feeling this hurried energy to contact before we actually get into the official Mercury retrograde. Because personally, like, it's not wise to, if it's a brand new love situation, right? It's not wise to start anything brand new in a Mercury retrograde because you or the other person could quite frankly change their minds. Just like I say all the time, it's not wise to, I wouldn't be buying a new house in a Mercury retrograde. I wouldn't be signing a new business deal. I wouldn't be getting engaged or definitely not getting married. Because again, you know, I've said this before, but this is, see, a lot of the karmic things that are breaking down. A lot of the karmic marriages that are currently breaking down or long-term relationships, I bet they're breaking down because it was the people were married in a Mercury retrograde. Like, it was built on a faulty foundation. So when it's the pre-shadow, I mean, you can't totally live your life around Mercury retrograde. That's not as bad as actually being in the Mercury retrograde, but I would just take things slow, you know, like be wary kind of thing. Look, I know what they're saying. I just went past, where's that card? I just went past the card that says a year from now, which reminds me of I give it a year. So this could literally be a marriage that's lasted like a year or something. Because remember, I kept channeling about the film I Give It a Year, which is hilarious. But they actually realised, like, not even a year into it, it's like something ridiculous, like 5 or 6 months into the marriage, that they're completely incompatible. Like, they just annoy the fuck out of each other. Like, two very attractive people in that film, but they can't stand each other. Like, and he's in love with someone from the past, and she falls in love with someone new at her work. So this could be what's happening in some situations here. And again, don't take that bit if it's not relevant, but I really do feel it must be. I just cut it a year from now again, and yes, so that is going to make sense to at least someone watching. So if you want to ask a yes or no question, do that now, because I feel like, but there's no need to worry, it's coming out there. So again, that could be specific, like, you know, like whatever that masculine energy that I'm picking up on, like they might have, look, been trapped in their head and picked like the sensible option, whatever that is, or just like they've picked another option, which isn't always staying with one person specifically. It could have just been that they wanted to keep their options open with lots of different people. But whatever it is, one's a twin flame, one's the other way, and it's like somebody picked the other way, and then regrets it. So like those decisions could have been made in a Mercury retrograde kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But also we've still got the intense, like, you know, well, we've been in the, I've not got my phone right now, but yeah, Pluto opposite Venus, big intense stuff to do with love, and definitely deep realizations about love. But also money stuff. That's why I'm picking up on dodgy shit to do with money. Like, I've picked up on things, people that are stealing shit and that, and whatever. It could be stealing energy too, but and what was the other thing? Yeah, the Mars conjunct Uranus, that's action, surprise and action, basically. So, right. And then, like I said, just the funny way that they use anybody in the world, which remember that, because I don't leave the house a lot, they have to do interesting things like anybody that comes to fix something, or if it's not somebody outside that's coming to fix something in my house, it would be like through a friend or a client, or yeah, like one of you guys, or my nieces, you know, like they're always like, my nieces are always doing a bit, but it's really interesting. Right, so yes or no answer. I don't know if a yes or no card's going to come out, but they wanted me to. So, like I said, I really do feel this message is. It feels like this is a message to help one of the masculine energies out there that is. I mean, yeah, I just feel it, but it's like this. I feel like somebody's really scared that they're going to be rejected. And it could be because, like, again, somebody, if it's specific to them, it could be because somebody's married somebody else, and now they're, like, they could be out of that, but, like, worried how take action. Yeah. And again, I think that's coming out because it's like, we're already in the pre-shadow from today, so it's better to take action to do something about that. If this is real energy that I'm feeling for one of the masculines out there that I'm helping you, it's better to do something now than leave it, because in a Mercury retrograde, that's when people do get tricked by temptations, by the devil, by illusions. Definitely over the years, from helping loads of people in this journey over many, many years, whenever a masculine has made a big decision, like they've got engaged or married or in a long, or put a big label on it, when, you know, some people wouldn't have previously done that, it's always been in a Mercury retrograde. Like, I remember some of the most kind of the biggest moments where I've had the rug pulled out from under me, where yeah, it's always been in a Mercury retrograde, you know what I mean? And it's always been like, oh god. So in any area of life, so just, yeah. Yes or no question. Are you going to give a yes or a no? No need to worry. So they're not giving a yes or a no, but like I said, I'll back up with these other cards. I feel somebody wants to take action and they're worried, but there's no need to worry. And like, all this help is around, and it's the perfect opportunity. And there will be a peaceful resolution. Right, okay, so always interesting for me to back up with the cards, because I knew what I was feeling. Right, so and also, like, there's an interesting thing, like, so again, I'm kind of saying the same thing as the other video, but when I was chatting to that guy earlier, it was like I was getting all these signs and synchronicities that when I asked him his birthday, it was going to be like an anniversary of somebody that I know in spirit. And well, I just knew it was something to do with him, basically, because I could feel them saying that to me. And then but I didn't say it. Like, I should have been like really on it, and I should have guessed, which I didn't. And then when he said on his birthday, I was kind of like, that's mental, because they were trying to tell me that. So, but this is what I mean. So it's like your guides could be trying to tell you something here. So I really do care, even though I don't show it. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is somebody that has basically hid their feelings, because this is what all the masculines do. What else do we need to know? See if any of the same wording comes out as what I was feeling. I'm jealous. So I get so jealous when I think about you with other people. It makes me angry because it's my fault you're spending time with them, not me. I feel like a total dick. And because I care, I'm sorry for ignoring you, making you doubt how I feel. It was selfish of me. I care about you and all as well. Yeah, so that I do, although it's not that. Yeah, look, I want you. I cry sometimes. I'm surprised. This is very similar. And I'm afraid I've lost you forever. So let's just read some of them. So yeah, this person's surprised at how they feel. Again, this could be like shock, surprise, awakening stuff. Like, please don't be mad at me. I'm trying so hard to change. But I'm just so afraid I've lost you forever in this transformation I'm going through. And this person's feeling a lot of sexual energy towards it. Again, all these that's to do with astrology as well. Can't help wanting you sexually. Your energy excites me. Your body and mind turn me on. I want you right now. Don't care about anything else. And I cry sometimes. I've shed tears over a connection. One more reshuffle. So what was I saying? I'm just generally feeling somebody wants to come forward. They've been hoping that you would come forward, which I don't feel is happening here, because this will be a feminine that knows that that's not wise. Like this is for this person to overcome that fear. But I mean, we thought it's going to be a peaceful resolution, so I'll just trust that all of this will fit. And again, personal responsibility, right? Don't blame me if you shoot your shot and this person shoots you down. Like, that's just fucking, we've all been there, right? It's fucking happened to me, guys. It's happened to me. But the point is, I never have any regrets in life. I've let the people in my life know that I love them. Do you know what I'm saying? But you've both got to be ready. When it comes to twin flames, you've both got to be ready. So I ran, right, what in the actual fuck? I'm scared. That's creepy. Yeah, I ran because I wasn't ready. So exactly what I just said, you know. I should have fought for you. I feel you. I've been feeling you close to me, especially at night. Can you feel me the way I'm feeling you? And we're meant to be together. I'll wait. And I just thought, how creepy is that? I just said about shooting your shot because it's God speaking through me. I'll wait for as long as it takes for a shot with you. Again, like I've said before, like, you know, these kind of cheesy things about when a man wants you, he'll make it known. They don't always fit with the twin flame journey because there is a period of separation that's needed where the masculine does need to be asleep to the connection, to go on the karmic journey and lessons that they're meant to learn, which, yeah, isn't, well, putting it mildly, isn't very nice, and it can be very painful for the feminine if you're aware who your twin flame is and they don't seem to be aware of who you are, although, you know, from these cards, it's a lot of the time they actually are, by the way. They're just not ready, you know what I mean? Which actually, when it comes to twin flames and you break it down even further, you both weren't ready because they're a reflection of you. You know, it's really quite complicated, but when this person wakes up, which I do believe whoever I'm tapping into here, this, again, it's past, present, future, so it makes sense for different people, but at least some of the people watching this is somebody that knows how they feel, and they feel, yeah, it's just about getting over that fear of reaching out after fuck knows what this person's went away and done. Do you know what I mean? These cards aren't called the Dark Truth for no reason. Let's see. But I've mixed two decks together. So does this masculine higher self want to say anything else? All the ones that this is going to resonate, bits and bobs. I hate seeing you with them. Yeah, so again, either this person has literally saw you with other people. Again, it doesn't always need to be romantic. It can just be like this person hates like seeing you interact with anyone else, and like the fact that they're not able to do that because they're trapped in a mental prison, you know, like they're trapped in fear, helpless and hopeless. Or it can just be like they're having visions. Like, okay, even listen to my voice, this person feels like this is somebody that's really fucking worried actually that you're fed up, like that you're going to move on, but because they're still healing, you see, like when I pull away from you, I'm afraid of being hurt. It's nothing you're doing wrong. Please don't take it personally. You're doing everything right. And again, these cards are funny because you could be like, this person's not been fucking in my life for a very long time. I've been hearing songs and music that reminds me of you, and it makes me want to reach out to you even more. So the songs that I mentioned were the ones from Look Who's Talking. So Let My Love Open the Door. It's the song at the end of the film. Or what's when you can't remember one of your favourite songs, that's a problem. I used to think maybe you love me, now baby I'm sure. I'm actually just now Katrina and the Waves, that's what it is, Walking on Sunshine. But when I just sang that line, this could be a masculine that had strong feelings for you, but they weren't sure if the feelings were reciprocated, like either in the past or now. And it's like, well, it's like what I've said before, it's like, especially see when it comes to kingdoms, if you twin flames too, but when it comes to kingdom spouse shit, a lot of these masculines are what I'd call like secret squirrel, especially if they've got placements like that too, where it's like they're actually waiting to see if you really do care about them like they care about you. And anyway, but while we've been apart, I've been learning who I am. I really have changed, and I want you to know that you can count on me to do the right thing. And I sabotage. Oh, there it is again. The one that's came out. This is 4 days in a row now, but it actually came out 3 days in a row. The first card, so it wasn't the first card. But this person is aware that they sabotaged the connection because it was too intense. And I promise I will make it right. You have to trust me. and you do matter. So again, if this is this person has made you feel like you don't matter, basically. Our friendship matters to me, and I hope we can work on bringing that back stronger and better than it was before. This person basically wants a real friendship now. I'm hopeful. I hope we can put the past and the bad times behind us, start again. I know I'm asking a lot, but I hope you can forgive the error in my ways. I was naive and childish. And then there's like, yeah, like every time my phone rings, I hope it's you. And I did say, so there's at least one of the ones I said. And I'm growing up. I get attention from others online and in person, but it does nothing except boost my pride and ego. I'm stepping away from all that because it's no longer important to me. So again, this is basically, it's just someone that's grown up. They weren't ready for your love. And then that song at the end of Look Who's Talking is, let my love open the door. So you might want to look at the lyrics. But what's quite interesting is the fact that I watched Look Who's Talking last night as well, because I just found it on the telly and it's one of my absolute childhood favourites. And I just love John Travolta. Basically, that is, I mean, I wrote that in the comments, but that the way that they two interact with each other, it actually really does remind me of, it's hard to explain. No, but there is. Every time I watch it, which is quite weird, remember, because like if I've watched this as a tiny kid before I've met my twin flame, although I did meet mine when I was young too, like I was a teenager, but it's like, I always, like, I just feel I've been drawn to that for a reason. It's like I really got the way that they interacted, because it's like, he's cheeky, playful, kind of cheeky chappy, and she's like being quite serious about it, because at one point in the film, like she's trying to go down the sensible route. Like, so even like in that, I think when I've said this before, it's like she's the masculine and he's the feminine. Look who's talking, because it's like she's like, oh, I'll pick that, that guy because he's the actual dad and he's an accountant and he's sensible. But actually, that guy's a fucking wanker, because he's like got a wife, he's got kids, and he's cheating not only with her and then got her in that situation, but he's actually cheating with loads of different people. So that's, what I mean? He's not a nice person. Whereas, like, narcissistic actually is what I would say. But the other one that is a cheeky chappy that has had you can tell he's meant to have had a past and been a jack the lad. He actually does genuinely like her, has formed feelings for her, and he cares about her baby. So again, you have to watch what he's talking. But it's like she because when they actually, they've been getting to know each other, and because I'm sure everyone's seen Look Who's Talking, but you know what I mean, they meet and she just keeps like kind of saying, like, she keeps basically not being very nice to him, and then but it's like she's basically, so I think there might be a theme here, you got somebody all wrong. And so whether it's a masculine's got a feminine all wrong, which definitely has happened on the journey, or a feminine's got a masculine all wrong, it's something like that, where it's like, and that, I'm saying feminine, masculine, you can be any gender, but female, male, whatever. But it's like, she then realises, oh, wait a minute. When she looks at all the facts, like, you've been there when I needed you, and my baby actually really loves you, and blah blah blah. So do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, but it's more the fact that they argue like an old married couple and that, and they've just met, and it's I do think that is quite a good sign of chemistry. Like I said, I know enough from the times I went, from how long I've known mine, although there's been a huge separation, like whenever that we ever got into any kind of argument, it was kind of like that. It was like it was like we're an old married couple. I mean, I've even had people say that to me, that like had witnessed, like, either if I've been saying how we interacted, or if people have, like, very rarely would that happen, they like, people would make comments on, like, you two really bounce off each other's thing, that's something that's said, or just it's quite funny, watch out. But again, it's, I know why, astrology wise, it's because my Venus is in the opposite sign of his Mars. So again, and I don't know his chart, I just know from when he was born, I know that general sort of stuff. So it does, like I've said before, it's two people that you could think quite differently about different things in life, but when you meet in the middle, you can reach some sort of compromise. So that's what I always get from that film. But like I said, it's just because their chemistry's fire, and you usually find that with twin flames. You've got a lot of oppositions or strong conjunctions in your chart, because it's so that you can overcome these apparent hurdles that are an illusion as well. Very interesting, right? So because we've done the chatty bit first, let's see what the feminine's got to say to it, because this is very, the synchronicities I'm having are just like fucking blowing my mind. I'm so proud that you're my divine masculine. There's fuckery going on around you, be discerning. Now, we are actually in a Sagittarius moon now, which is very that card. I'll be your cheerleader every day. What's another one? Oh, actually, that's really quite nice, because if I've said I've felt somebody's afraid to come forward, That's really quite open energy. Again, they're all going to be, because I channeled them. And by the way, I channeled these in one of my darkest hours, I'll have you know. Like, seriously, it's quite interesting. So much time has passed, but my love grows stronger each day. And this is the happy, yeah, this is somebody that has no, this is actually very linked to the one I done earlier. So when I finish watching that, I might put it on here sooner than, because there's, like I said, there's nothing that's, it's just when I haven't watched something back, I don't know. But, the happiest side of my life are memories of you. It was the card that came out earlier for the feminine was longing, craving, aching, wanting. So it's like basically this feminine has not forgot about this masculine. Clearly, you make me hot just thinking about our times together, and I can feel you thinking about me. Yeah, well, there's a look, and we used to be best buddies, and now we're not. That came out yesterday, but I get so confused with your behaviour. Yeah, so this is somebody that's like out of their own insecurity. They've turned their back and they've chose other people because they were scared of how intense it was. But this feminine's never gave up hope that the masculine would wake up. And this masculine is waking up, because know your worth. If something feels off, it usually is. And you're more powerful than you realise. Right, wow. Okay, so, oh my god, shit, I need to find that again. I just cut the deck. Oh, I'm going to have to wait a minute. I just cut the deck at I Will Never Reject You. So I need to, and then I put the cards back. I love you. Yeah, I'll find it to show you what I mean. It says something like, I'll never reject you, that's your own fear. And I saw the one about the new earth too. That was the one that came out, the one I done earlier too. Where is it? So what did I say? It said something about I will never reject you, which is exactly what I was feeling this is helping somebody with. Whenever someone finds it in divine time. And pause it. Now that's interesting. I paused it and then I found it right after. So I feel this masculine's had to pause for a different perspective, but they might not even, I don't know, something might happen very quickly, because I literally just paused that seconds after I paused it. I will never reject you, that's your own fear, which is basically the big, and then there it is, we're doing it, we're breaking free from the matrix. Yeah, so I really do feel this is somebody that's like woke up and everything's happening very fast, basically. And that's what Uranus does. It's like a bolt of lightning, which again, linking it back to not even getting any kind of warning about the electrician. So just hilarious. Right. I need to get my phone to get the thing. Right, so I think this is probably going to be samey as the one I done earlier, but like I said, I might just, that might just be on the membership, you know, until I put it in public, because it's, that is my goal, you know. I want there to be exclusive videos, and it doesn't need to be, it needs to be exclusive because it was that juicy, it can't be in public. It's just sometimes it's just, you know, you deserve to get extra, because that's people that are investing in me. Well, yeah, investing in the shaman, because I wasn't even going to use that. The unbound energy of the ancient shaman illuminates the path to wellness, wholeness, freedom. And actually, that's, you know, I bet you that's a huge reason why Nathan's the first person to join, because Nathan is very, you know, interested in that, in the shamanic side of it, definitely with that Chiron and Scorpio. So, we're starting with this apparently, so let's do, now this will be interesting for me if I don't put the other one out the same day, because of, I want to see if the same cards come out. So right, I'm going to use the new deck. So I just got drawn the deceit card, but we'll see if it comes out. In the past, what was, I'm going to start with the past life, as in like in a past life when you were someone else, right? And then the past of what's been going on with this masculine and feminine, based on what I've strongly tuned into, which does feel very Mercury retrograde stuff again. Somebody reminiscing about the past, they're pulling me to the Toblerone thing that says I love you. So yeah, I mean, that this person's in love, and they might have just realised it. That's the gist. That's the feeling that I'm getting it. Like maybe this person didn't really have a good example of what love was. Like maybe it's just been like lust connections before. So in the past, tell us something about the divine feminine. All the feminines are going to resonate with this. Angels. So if you're this feminine, you're very connected to angels. I feel like I want to sing I'm loving angels instead, which is actually one of my, when I say guides, like again, because it's just God speaking through me, right? But I've got obviously loved ones in spirit that were previously alive and then they're now on the other side of life that are a guide in some way. And that was actually one of my people's spirits. That was actually, I'm pretty sure that was played at her funeral. So that's just coming in. But see, and that's not the same one that I just mentioned, that there was one of their anniversaries was the same as that guy's birthday today. So there's just things about people's guides giving you wee signs that they're around. Because out of 365 days, that is strange, and that's not the first like I've got so many stories like that. Whenever I get chatting to somebody like that, it's always it's always a birthday of somebody I already know. Like, it's strange, or like I said, an anniversary. What else about this feminine? Authority figures, so, and baby. So, interesting. So, this feminine could have been an important baby, or you could have had an important baby, or yeah, whatever that means. Native American energy as well. Right, so I was about to say this bit's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun, but it's also serious, you know what I mean? Like, you could really strongly resonate with this past life, but obviously it can't be absolutely everyone, but it can also be more than two people. So it's amazing. This is the masculine energy. Orphan. So in this masculine, yeah, so I kind of feel with that too, that can be the past life, but that could also spill into this life. Like, so with a past life, this masculine could have been like literally an orphan, right? But and then this masculine could be carrying abandonment wounds from a past life, you see, not even their past in this life. They could be having strong fears of abandonment from a past life. And that's why past life regressions are so important, because you could be carrying around residual energy of something that isn't even yours in this life. It could be causing problems in your life. And because that's a very real thing. But this, I feel they're also saying that this masculine has abandonment fears in this life that could be connected to this life too, connected to very galactic energies. There, wars and battles. So this person could have been, like a soldier, or I don't know, something in a war, or is that we wounded? No, I don't know. Vows and male, female. So that comes out quite a lot again. So this could have been like a divine masculine, that they could have been the love interest that was the female in a past life, but they're a male in this life. And therefore you have some kind of dynamic going on where, you can really feel that. Like, if you're a woman, you could feel very protective over your male masculine. And if you're a man, you could sometimes feel like you want to be pursued by that woman because, like, and again, that can be past life stuff, but that can also be like, I'm just laughing at it, but it's true. Like, you could also yeah, like, for instance, like I've said, I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at what they're saying to me, but it's true. Like, so I've said this before, some masculines, when they're not in the divine masculine energy, they're all about getting chased by, they're all about getting chased by the women, right? Because it's like, it's just, yeah, it's like how, that's the perfect way of remember I was talking about Love Island quite a lot, and because I just caught up on last night's and the night before, I cannot believe, I nearly put up an overexcitable post about it, but I thought, I'm not putting it, because I'm practically fucking talking to myself when I talk in that community tab. Definitely it was about Love Island, but even about other things, so I just, sometimes I'm like, I'm not even going to fucking post. So, but that's true. I'm being honest when I say that, right? But also, maybe it's the fact that because basically I like channeling written stuff. So, but like I said, when there's more people in the membership, I might just keep that there. Like, I'll channel written content there. But I channel it in the public too. But what I'm saying is maybe this person feels like there's no point, because that's how I felt last night, and I know that's a message, like, there's no point in even reaching out to this person because they're going to reject me, like, they're never going to forgive me. And again, remember, that's not always the truth, that's how this masculine feels. And because we're in the last week of Cancer season, this can be when somebody feels very, very sorry for themselves. And what was I going to say there? But yeah, Joey Essex on, I just can't believe, I have been spot on about this, because not only is so I'll deal with him first, not only is it the fact that as I've watched them discard 1, 2, 2 girls and he's on the third one now, that it was looking like, oh, she is different and he really likes her. And now they've thrown somebody else new in that's going for him. And he's already showing signs that he's about to chuck the third one. So again, do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's not just being a player. That is underlying abandonment issues. And like I mentioned in another video, because this is someone in the public eye, right? And I know this, so this isn't like a random, well, it's a random celebrity, but I know what the deeper issues are behind that. I can feel into it because his mum died when he was young, so he's got abandonment issues. So although she didn't abandon him, it's unfortunate that she died. Like, he's got this deep-seated fear that, although we logically know she didn't do that, I mean, it's like he feels like women are going to abandon him, so he's abandoning them first. So it's quite interesting, actually, specifically because the orphan came out there. But it's not always, like I said, it doesn't always need to be that somebody literally died and left your life. It could just be somebody didn't get the love and attention that they needed. So, or in the right way that they wanted, needed, kind of thing. Needs weren't met. That's the way that I put it. Which, let's face it, that can be a lot of people in life, because there's no perfect parent in the class for anyone. Do you know what I mean? People are just doing their best, but as I've said before, some people really don't. Some people really don't try. Do you know what I mean? As well, so it's just different people, different things for different people. They just pulled me that when I said that. A hug is a great gift, one size it fits all. So it could even be the case that somebody, didn't get that love and nurturing that they needed, boys don't cry or something, or even if you're a girl, stop crying, because I'm always aware of that, what I mean? It's like, there are definitely times when, like, kids can play up, or just people in general, but I'm always aware of that, like, when my nieces are upset or that even if I know that they're at it, like, I try not to say things like, stop crying or that, because it's what I'm saying. It can be, it can be hard to be on the ball all the time, but it's wise to try and be mindful about it, because when you're that young, you can take on the message that crying is a bad thing when it absolutely isn't. But you also want to be wary of kids manipulating you and adults, because again, but anyway, whatever. You do you with your parent and boo, or whatever they are to you. Like you said, that's not my kids, that's my nieces. But right, now let's get into the. Oh no, so I was going to talk about Love Angle too. So yeah, so we'll see, but I won't be surprised if that happens, and that's definite pattern. I mean, like you said, he is a walking red flag. Like, seriously, I'm seeing. Again, I really liked him, and it's not that I don't like him. It's just he's really shown his dark side, basically. So I wouldn't be surprised if he has some kind of breakdown when he comes off this show or something. But then it'll be a breakdown to break through. Do you know what I mean? Like, but maybe he might stay with the girl he's with. But it kind of looks like he's showing red flags. Like, basically, you can't fucking run off with anybody that shows you the slightest bit of attention. Do you know what I mean? Because not everybody's worth it, or not everyone's genuine. Like, this girl's probably just wanting a bit of fame. You know what I'm saying? That's why they all go on the show. Let's face it. But what else? There was something else that. Oh yeah, the other one that was originally with this girl, and then he's went into the villa, and then he's basically chose to bring back the new one, and basically, cast the other one aside. I did say that I wouldn't be surprised if that fizzles out, and I've definitely, and now there's it's funny, because when I'm watching it, I'm like, this is like Twin Flames, because now there's an awkward thing going on where he definitely likes the original one, and he's like, the connection that's been formed originally, he's not forgotten it, and he doesn't like when, oh, that fits with that message. He doesn't like when he's seen her not only get to know another guy, but be wooed by her, treated right, and also kissing and all that around the place, feeling them up. You're not going to want to see that if you'd just been doing it the week before. Do you know what I mean? But he's not got a leg to stand on, because he's came back with this other bird, right? But there's another guy that shits her, and that's like, I think you two like each other, and saying it in front of everyone. And although I don't agree, the way he's doing it is a bit like a shit stirrer. He is onto something. That guy's a Scorpio that's shit stirring too, but it's like, because us as the viewers, we've all seen that guy say privately to his friends, yeah, like, there are still feelings there, and then we're definitely seeing there's still feelings for her there. But it's a shame, because I do feel for the other new girl too, because she's now got feelings for him. So it's, oh fuck. So again, third party fucking triangle shit. But what it's not, what right now is like, I really like that. I mean, again, I like them all, but I can just see people's dark sides too. But it's like that guy seems like a really lovely guy that is just genuinely like doing that guy thing of like that card that I've picked up a few times with the two going the two paths, like not knowing which way to go, or like just basically, yeah, like like just not knowing which way to go and then picking away and fucking hope for the best. But it's like he's not being entirely honest, because he's definitely, when he's been on his own with the original one, he's definitely planted the seed that he's, that he hasn't said in so many words, I regret that, but he actually has with his actions and his words, and he planted the seed more than once to her that he doesn't like seeing her with the other guy, and that there's still feelings there. Um, yeah, right. But then when she has then wanted to then have a serious conversation about it, right? Because he's then sort of not went to go and talk to her, and it's like, I wouldn't say he's like in a really shady way making out to the other one like, oh, she likes me more than I like her, but kind of, because it's like to the point where I wouldn't be surprised if that original girl is like, did I fucking read the signs wrong or something? And it's like, I wouldn't say she has. So again, that's for the people that are Love Island lurkers. Again, this is like a yearly thing that I do now. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's not fair, basically, is what I'm saying. And I can see this car crash miles away that basically, by the way, go and just be careful you're driving and everything, people, because with Mercury retrograde pre-shadow coming in and the Mars-Uranus conjunction, that is things that, yeah, just again, just for me using that language, I wouldn't normally say a car crash, but this situation, it's like, I definitely feel that guy is basically, what I'm saying is he's scared to hurt another one's feelings. And I don't want to see that either, right? But I'd be lying if I said I'm going to be, yeah, really proud of, because again, I'm going too deep into this, but I swear to God, this is going to make sense for somebody's twin flame situation. Not only was I proud of that guy when he chose this new one to bring her in, I think he done the right thing, because I do actually think it was a test that I don't think he necessarily failed. He just had he felt drawn to her, he's picked her, and then now it's helped him realise, wait a minute, that's fizzling out now. She's really nice, she's hot, but I keep getting pulled back to the original one. And I just find it even more interesting. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but they're actually both Christian. So there's every chance, you see, that not only her but him will also know about kingdom spouse and the person God has chose for you. So it really is like the twin flame journey, like that they are probably meant to be, and then that's him went off with the karmic person. And that's a good example of the karmic person doesn't always need to be a nice person, because that girl's lovely. She's a fellow Aries, actually. She's lovely, she's beautiful. They're both beautiful. But so yeah, I was proud of that guy when he done that, because he can get a lot of stick and hate for it. But I'm also equally going to be proud of this guy when he's like, do you know what? I've actually got feelings for the original. So yeah, that's definitely, again, I let the words free flow all of that, because again, he's going to get like shit for it. But remember, I did say too, I hope this isn't like some kind of, it doesn't look like it's a plan, right? But remember, I did say I wouldn't, because of previous years, it usually is something like the guy that is brave and brings back a new person and then realizes they've got feelings for the old person. They often actually do go on to win with whoever they choose, because people do, I think, relate to the craziness of the chopping and changing in real life, and they just like a love story. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, because what I'm witnessing right now is I'm witnessing two people that do have strong feelings for each other, but not so much her, because she would hurt the new guy's feelings, like, not in a horrible way, but she would be like, look, I'm sorry, but I've had feelings for him, and they never went away. It's the one that, risked bringing the other one back. You can just tell he's like, I really don't want to do that to this girl because she doesn't deserve it. But the point is, it's like, you'd be hurting her more if because we can, and it's worse because we can all fucking see it on the telly. Do you know what I'm saying? But this is what interests me, because it's 555 right now, big changes. Some of you might not, if you're watching Love Island, some of you might not be able to see it as clear as day as what I can. That's where sometimes I don't know. So that's why it's Very interesting. Like I said, I love the people watching this. I'll update you. I'll update you tomorrow. So anyway, in the past, whether it's still a past life or in the past with this feminine, bearing in mind everyone we've spoke about, because it's quite interesting, it's probably got something to do with it. Where's this feminine in the past towards the masculine? Ooh, phobias, anxiety, overcoming fears. So it did come out reverse there, right? So I feel that this is, I'm going to keep it upright though, because again, I'm loving the fact that I haven't seen these cards. That's quite exciting because I never do that. I never do that. So again, they're shaking things up, shaking shit up. You're doing things that you've never done before. Like, not that that's that exciting, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel in the past, you had a fear. If you're this feminine, you had a deep-seated fear or an anxiety that this masculine would cheat on you. And I bet you anything, if when I tap into this, it's going to be right because of what's already come out. Like basically, this person wasn't ready. I can see the snake and the eagle. The eagle is about rising above the drama and seen from a higher perspective, and the snake can often be about the lower world, like, you know, coming from the shadow, but it also can be like going through a rebirth. Like I said, I work with snake medicine that helps you be able to see what people can't see. But yeah, I really do feel this feminine, you had a fear, you know, you had a fear of being cheated on, a fear of being hurt. And again, that can also be from, so that can be from either you've been hurt previously in a past life, or that can be you've been hurt in the past in this life by people actually cheating on you, or just, you know, this being something, a fear that comes from somewhere, right? But I feel this feminine that you've worked through that, if that was a thing. And then we've got optimism and hope. So that's what I feel they're saying is, you've worked through those fears and you're more optimistic about whatever it was that held you back in the past. So we'll put that back. And if I burp or hiccup, it's when I'm clearing the energy. What about the masculine towards the feminine in the past? And the past could be like even just, you know, a few hours ago, yesterday, or it can be like 10 years, 2 years. So what for this masculine in the past towards the feminine? Joy, gratitude, intuition. So yeah, what I'm getting from that is in the past, like, and 15's a devil card, which can also be sex. I feel in the past, like, you, like, I'll talk to the masculine directly now. This feminine made you really happy. Joy, gratitude, like, you basically, it's like I'm hearing like you felt like you'd hit the jackpot when you met this person, and again, it could have been very casual. But yeah, they just brought a lot of happiness to your life. So I don't even need to overcomplicate it, because this could be like you don't need to have been in a relationship with this person, but I feel like you were really grateful for this person in your life, whoever that was. And then look, that's on the bottom again. Yeah, like this person brought you some kind of hope. But it's like, look at this, something missing. Intimacy or fertility issues. Fucking hell, well, that's pretty specific. So in the past, like, I feel like, although this thing, you know, specific things could be really, you know, that could be specific with some people, I feel that what was missing was that, oh yeah, maybe because I said that with sex, like, that, so this feminine brought you a lot of happiness, but what was missing was the intimacy. But again, I feel, give me something to back that up, I feel it was like this masculine purposely kept. So if you're this masculine, you purposely kept your feminine, who you might not have known that's who that was to you. But again, it had intuition. So again, you as a masculine, you could have actually known that this was somebody more important that you weren't ready for, that you wanted to revisit when you were ready. But the intimacy was missing because, yeah, the fear of abandonment. Yeah. So what else about that? Loss of power or control. Yeah. And so I really do feel that this masculine, you felt like you would be handing over the control if you allowed your feelings to get involved with this feminine. And I think you were just more focused, like that comes up all the time. I think you were more focused on your bag, your money, your abundance, your success. Look, professional achievement. And now that's what this masculine wants forgiveness for. And look, that kind of looks like Braveheart. He's wearing a kilt. Yeah, two kilts, two guys in a kilt. So it's like this person, you want freedom. Maybe that's why it's two guys in a kilt, Braveheart. But you want compassion and forgiveness now for choosing wealth and success and abundance over, over love, over true love, strength, courage, and letting go. Archangel Michael's helping you to to move past the past. Right, so the present north node, what's the present north node focus for this masculine? Now, I'm just trying to think, the conversation I was having earlier was about like overworking and shit like that. So that, I'd seen the overworking card before I started. So just whenever I see people with Capricorn sort of energy, I always can spot that. What's the present north node focus for the feminine to get out of the comfort zone, which you may or may not be in? Yeah, and it did, that came out reverse. That feels like it fits like the person that's been doing work on your subconscious fears, right? Up from the depths, releasing difficulty. So I feel you're like, you've, because that came out reverse, I feel you're releasing any sort of difficulty that has been holding you back. And yeah, and then look, the masculine has moving on, letting go, and that's helping the masculine free themselves from wherever they feel trapped, because that's the bird flying out the cage. And I've always used that actual saying for the for my specific twin flame journey, but before I even really knew, no, maybe I didn't know we were at that point, but you know, it's like, if let somebody go, let them do what they want, and if they're meant to come back and be in your life, they will be. You know what I mean? And that's the risk that they take, that you're going to be there when they come back. But partnership, contract, commitment. So yeah, that's the current focus for both these people. Is you are, the feminine is working on the subconscious. Oh my god, this is the exact same cards as the digital ones that I shared in the community tab. The feminine's working on the fears of that may be blocking the union from coming together. And the masculine had, we'll get through this. And the masculine's moving on and let go of karmic situations for the union. Healing heart, yeah, love, acceptance, and romance. Look, and it's going to, and this is like a masculine that has achieved that completion reward when they get to this point. Love it. So, what karmic lessons are being learned or need to be released? I keep, every time I do this, I'm like, I need to change the questions a bit, because the first one seems a little bit like the first question. But is there anything that this feminine's still learning or hopeless? And it came out in reverse, so thinking, despair, falling apart. This, if you're this feminine, regardless of your gender, you were at one point hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart about the way things went with your masculine. But that's something that you've worked through, because it came out in reverse. And this, wow, that's weird, that came out earlier. So I feel that you are aware that there's a secret admirer that's a bit timid to come forward because they ran away, and they're, you know, they're thinking about the memories of the past. Love it. Right, so what is the karmic lesson that the masculine's learning, or what needs to be released? Better off, happiness, cleared headspace. Yes, so again, it does feel like this. This is, by the time this masculine reaches the manifestation of what I'm picking up on, and that's what I feel, you know, I'm very confidently saying that today. I can feel it, that this masculine's like in a clearer headspace. They know what they want. Yeah, and what else? Yeah, but they're out of all those cards, but they were running. They ghosted, they disappeared, they went invisible. You know, they chose on to other women that I feel went like this, holding on, obsession, spying. Oh my god, curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. They've got, this person's ran, and they've got involved with people that have fucked up their head and that are very clingy. And you know, but now they're following their heart song, their telepathy, their inner knowing, they're following their intuition. But I think they're angry at themselves for involving people like this. But again, it's past life shit. Deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. Remember, this question is about karmic lessons, so that's quite nuts. Yeah. So, you know, this masculine's, you know, try to work through the feelings of like, why the fuck did I get these people involved? Forgiveness, return, and sorry, but it's all part of the path. And I mean, it literally could have been part of this masculine's karmic path to have a child with somebody. So again, obviously that brings in difficult. I mean, that could also be twin flames, having families together, but just with the way that was flowing out, yeah, and then that leads somebody to be like, I'm trapped, you know, obviously happy, I've got a beautiful child, but, or like children, who are many children involved, but this is just something that I'm going to have to revisit long in the future, someday, somewhere, another time, like. But until then, I'll spy, social network, information waste. And again, this is what happens. Like, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed, broken. And that's why, if you're a karmic energy, please don't be one of these women or men that basically trick people into situations, because it's not going to end well. Do you know what I mean? It's not real. Look, pretending, mask, exaggeration. And this masculine It has sort of, this feels like long in the past, wherever this is. Again, it could still be, remember, it could still be present or an omen for others, so just be aware of. I mean, do we need, I'm not using the darker deck today because it's Sagittarius moon, but farewells, leave behind, closure. Yeah, so whatever that's all about, this person's like wanting to leave the past in the past. But again, with that bit about the kids of the family, obviously this masculine's got other responsibilities, but whatever that means to you. Right, shadow work. So what will we use for the shadow work? Again, the days just keep flying. I'm going to use this deck because I just picked that up. That must be what they were. I was going to say the days flying past. I actually wanted to film a video on camera, but that's not going to happen today. So, what is the shadow work that this feminine might need to do? Now, every time I do this bit, the masculine keeps coming out. So, we'll just, can we get something for the actual feminine? Shadow work this feminine is working on or needs to, regardless of your gender. Nope, I would say it's definitely coming out about the masculine again, because that's a karmic card for me. So there's a manipulative, well, yeah, they're saying to me like that's a manipulative woman, female, of any relationship to the masculine, right? That is, yeah, that, because I'm feeling that's coming up in the feminine side because it's a masculine feeling. So just be aware of that, masculines in particular. But this could also be a manipulative woman around you, feminine. So just be, you know, just be cautious about whatever resonates here. And I do feel that because we've got heart chakra too. So it's somebody that plays on your feelings and can, this is why it feels like the masculine, can get you to ignore your intuition because we've got door to spirit in reverse. So that could be somebody's like romantic partner, but that could be any female relationship around somebody, a friend, a family member. And yeah, look, man holding the heart. So yeah, that actually does feel like a marriage or a strong partnership. Like strong as in, like, you know, it's a serious relationship. But it's distorted because they're both in reverse. Oh, is my battery going to die? Oh shit, I didn't even know that. I don't know how much. That's, every time I say oh shit, I keep thinking, oh shit, oh shit. But it's like, yeah, this is a distorted, this is a karmic relationship where somebody's ignored their intuition and somebody's played on their heartstrings. Oh god. Right, okay, so, and there was no victory because I saw victory in reverse. So could you give us the masculines, although that seemed like the masculines, shadow work. Women holding a coin, this could be the same masculines caught up with a manipulative woman that's also drained their finances, or this could be a different woman around the same masculine, or this could be a different masculine, so, because it could resonate with loads of people. What else? Shadow work. The thinking woman, yeah, that again, that feels like somebody that's got somebody tied up in their head. Spell work, black magic, gossip, yeah, blocked their heart chakra. This is manipulation I'm picking up on. This person doesn't want, this masculine doesn't want options anymore. This could be, yeah, this could be several situationships or options around somebody, but it doesn't need to be. It could be like somebody's girlfriend or wife, and it could be like a family member or a friend, or it could be, like I said, but this person doesn't want options, and they know that that's going to be a victory, the door to personal healing and happiness when they choose the twin flame journey. Because now they can see clearly, yeah, after healing and having a rest and getting out of a situation where they felt all tied up, where it wasn't a caring connection, there wasn't abundance. This person's now healed their heart of the heartache and they're ready to follow the temple path after being manipulated through the sacral chakra in a false contract where they thought it was real. Yeah, they've given their love, they've given their money, you know, they've given this person, so whether this person would actually say that they fell in love, whatever they deemed love to be, they went all in, and they were hurt, and there was a lot of hostility, and been left with a lot of anxiety, yeah, and it was a trick because I saw the magician in the mirror. But this person's no longer in decision, but it's this. What did I say about the stuff that's going on in the world right now? It's twin flames and other stuff. The storm is here. We're in the storm. This person's taking action because they've got their strength back. They've got their happiness back when they get to this point. And it's like, I can't believe I dropped a diamond while picking up stones. Wow. I'm saying wow because it fits with the question shadow work. Now, I don't know if this cuts off, it cuts off, and it's going to have something to do with the message. So I'll put in the comments what I think it means if that happens. So what would help with inner union right now for the feminine? Oh yeah, and I already done the message cards. So what would help inner union for all the feminines that resonate with this? The muse, yeah. Keep being the muse. You're inspiring your masculine. You're helping free them out of toxic situations. Whether it could even just be an addiction to work, you know. Like I think the conversation that I had with the guy earlier was about, I don't know, because I can't even remember what I said now because I was just being the channel. But we got talking about things to do with overworking. You're a source of inspiration. Become the muse of your own life. Breathe imagination into your soul. And duality, twin flame, yin yang again. In the world of duality sits the truth in place where love dances unity in its own shadow. And again, we've got creative engineer there. You have a creative intelligence capable of multiple solutions and heart choices. You cannot deceive your own heart when you honour your truth and follow your happiness. Yeah, heart magic as well, I'm seeing. So heart choices and heart magic. This masculine's been guided to follow their heart. And alchemize situations. Yeah, this is somebody that's awakening because I just saw the alchemist too. Falling awake. When a situation falls apart, your darkest hour becomes the dawn of your awakening. And that's what I think happened to this masculine. If you're this masculine, like your darkest time is actually becoming the making of you. So, oh, that's powerful. Right, so let's use these cards. So what does somebody need? Wait a minute, I'll do the New Earth message in case it cuts off. What's a New Earth message for all the people that resonate with this? Because I actually can't even see. Where's the fucking timer? Is it still recording? It is still recording, but I don't know. Oh yeah, that's an hour, 5 minutes. Can't see the battery though. What's a New Earth message? If the storm comes out of this deck, I'm going to be like, what? Yeah, that's about to, yeah, this is definitely like, this union, this is a physical union that's very close. Again, I'm not talking about when you're actually, well, I'm filming it on the 17th of July. Shit, I've just realised as well. 17th, that's a portal of sorts, I feel. 717. So, and because I've said before, I know several people where that's like either a twin flame's birthday, it's a kid's birthday. I know several people that have got kids on that day actually, but, oh my god, actually. I just spoke to one of my friends, it's her kid's birthday, so, but yeah, I really do feel there's something here about, I'm going to do that actually when I finish this, but like I'm going to say like, I hope you're, that's funny, like I just see that'll be to remind me, because I've texted her and I didn't even remember until now, but, yeah, I feel there's just, there's a spiritual merge very close going on about to be a physical here, because we already saw this person, oh, be careful, dolphin baby, oh, definitely be careful, because I watched Look Who's Talking last night too, actually, with the way that starts and ends with a sperm, you know, that's hilarious. Lemurian origin, flow, timeless, adaptable, free, take your time. Oh, that message of take your time came through too. Yeah, know yourself. I believe this is two twins that have taken the time to know themselves. Meditate, who am I? The veil is lifting, opening. Oh my god. That better still be filming. Mary, Magdalene and Jesus. This is a twin flame union. All the people that resonate with this, there's been a lot of shit that's went on that was all meant to happen with all your unique individual stories. But this is what the vows and the biblical and even the baby, if you think about it, because I did think that when I said it, it's like, it doesn't, like, again, it just means that you're working with the archetypes of these biblical, yeah, right to love and be loved, heart healing. This reminds me of the one I done, remember a few months ago where it was like, I tried to stay away, I can't. I think we're in the energy of that for some people that are going to resonate. So I'll link that below. Ooh, exciting energies. Anyway, right, so this is where I'm now going to ask, what are some possible, I might do another New Earth message, what's some possible soul retrievals? So if you resonate with the soul retrievals I identify, at some point, I don't know how quick though, I will probably put a wee soul retrieval healing for it on the membership, which you can access when you join. So, and at different points, I'm going to have different levels, so, but I've only got the one wee level right now, so you can read what that's about. What's a possible soul retrieval for someone, masculine or feminine? Emotional desert, inactivity, isolation. So somebody needs a soul retrieval for feeling, it feels like it's a deep feeling of being alone, alone and confused, many choices, uncertainty. Yeah, so this feels like a masculine that needs guidance about feeling lost and alone in a dark night. So 13th of November could be a significant date there. And I did say that does feel like a masculine. So what's another possible soul retrieval somebody needs? We've got two cards to come out. What's that? Wisdom, inspiration, Akashic record.